Welcome everyone. Today I have a really special episode of MiLLENNiALish. As you can see, I'm here with my son.
Hi.
Hi Amir.
Hi.
And we have an educational episode for you guys. In light of the recent LAUSD strike, there was a lot of turmoil and drama that was surrounding the city just because, kids were not going to school because the teachers were on strike for like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Were they 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, but I know that kids only missed like a day or two of school, but the overall feeling in the city was just horrible. So I thought it was really important that we touch on Waldorf education, and that's mainly because Amir actually did attend a Waldorf school, so we have first-hand experience. So Waldorf education is based on Anthroposophy, and Anthroposophy is basically a spiritual philosophy, and their main focus is developing an individual by experience rather than, passing down customs or traditions as in conventional education. So basically, Anthroposophy could be described as philosophy of freedom, and is primarily defined by its method of research, and secondly, by the possible knowledge or experiences this leads to. So Amir, let's see what your experience can teach us. How do you think Waldorf education is different than traditional education?
Well, traditional education, it's like for example, like in history class, we have to read page 123, read it, memorize it, quiz on Friday. Simple. But at a Waldorf school, it's more like your teacher gives you a lecture. You're making your own textbook, so it's like you're writing the stuff down in your textbook that you're making. So it's like as you're writing it down, you're learning it, and then you draw a picture with it. So every time you look back at it, you know what it is. So it's more like a natural learning one.
Yeah. So you guys are not provided textbooks when in the beginning of school year, correct?
Yeah, you're not providing textbook because you're making your textbook.
So what about the teacher? Does she have a book, or how does she normally teach the lesson?
She has her notes, or him or her, they have their notes on the lecture that they're giving.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure it's like a textbook that they read off of to give the lecture.
Got it. And in your own words, describe what you think Waldorf education means, or Anthroposophy.
I think it means where like I said, more of an organic way to learn. You're not just going through textbook, just reading things. And also that instead of having for first period, second period, third period, you have different teachers. Instead, you have one teacher.
So you're saying in a traditional school, you would have first period, second period, third period, different teachers.
Yeah, different teachers. But instead, in the Waldorf school, you have one teacher that's teaching you everything. And it's kind of easier. It's build a relationship with the teacher.
So it's one classroom.
Right, one classroom.
It is one classroom?
Yeah, same students in your class.
Right, because with Waldorf education, normally the kinder class will start and then they go all the way up until
to 8th grade. Or wherever, how far you're.
And what are the benefits of that, do you think?
The benefit for sure, you build your relationship with your teacher so that, you don't feel, scared to ask your teacher a question or anything. And it's good that, since you build a, really good relationship with your teacher, the teacher's gonna actually, help you, with their heart.
And because they know you, right?
Yeah. and since you build like such a good relationship with them.
What about with the students, your classmates?
Yeah, you for sure build like a huge relationship with them also.
Like a family bond?
Yeah. Because like you're with them for so long.
And would you say that since the relationship is there, you guys are comfortable, are they more inclined to help you versus a traditional school where, you know, you may be embarrassed or is it the same? Like, what's your experience?
No, like they help way more, a lot. Like when I joined in 7th grade, like making our textbooks and stuff, I wasn't like the best at it. Like my classmates, they would always like help me, like show me like these tips on like how to color stuff, like how to do it the right way or make it look better.
Alright, so they made you feel welcome.
Yeah, super helpful.
It's very good. So you actually had a chance to, you know, go to different type of schools. I mean, mostly traditional education, but then in 6th grade, we put you in a magnet school, which, you know, if you're from LA, you might have heard of the magnet system, which is supposed to be focused on certain subjects, so core subjects. There might be a science magnet, there may be a theater magnet, there may be a law of government magnet, so they're all broken up. And Amir attended a law of government magnet. So coming from that magnet school, which is traditional, but even though it was focused on law and government, and transferring to this Waldorf school, what were your initial thoughts or, you know, your anxieties or hopes or assumptions?
So, like the transition, right? Like, okay.
Yes.
So the transition was for sure big. Like on the first day of school, like I came into class and like I'm thinking that like everyone's like kind of new. Like not kind of new, but like maybe like, oh, I didn't have the first in my class last year, now I'm in my class this year. But it's like no, like they're all in the same class, 6th grade, coming to 7th grade. So that was kind of like weird, just knowing that everybody knew each other like super well, and I didn't. And also on the very first day of school, like they recited a verse, like a morning verse, and like it was just weird how everyone knew it, and like I didn't know it, because I'm just used to doing like the Pledge of Allegiance, like because you know everyone knows that. But like them memorizing the verse, doing it every morning.
What was the verse, or do you know, or can you recite it for us?
I don't remember at all.
You don't remember it at all?
Long time.
But do you remember the context of it? Like, were they talking about, were they saying good morning, or were they praising the sun? Do you remember at all?
It was like inspiration in the morning to like get you, like just, you know, clear your mind.
Oh, okay.
Get, like positive thoughts.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a Amigos verse.
No.
It was more of like an inspirational thing. Got it. Okay. And instead of the Pledge of Allegiance? So you guys didn't do that at all?
No, never. Like, never
I think
any
that's
of that.
really cool. And how did you like that, or?
I mean, I honestly didn't. Like, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. So being there, what did you notice? Like the one positive thing about the school or the teaching system that you noticed that was different from, you know, coming from traditional school?
So like I said, for sure, the building the relationship with your teacher. And like, not in your teacher, but like the other, like even like other teachers, you know, they're also super nice, and like even like the people that like watch you at recess and stuff or snack, you know, they're like super cool to talk to. Yeah, it's like you get like different personalities, and like everyone's just nice.
So that was, you noticed that was different. Like basically you had a relationship with a lot of the people there, you know, not just your teachers, but
With every teacher. Yeah.
The staff members of the school.
Right.
Very cool. So that means that they all knew your name.
Yes.
Yeah. Did everybody know everybody, or?
Yeah, everyone knows for sure, because it's really small. So it's like everyone knows everybody. So it's like, that's cool. That's good.
Yeah, but initially, wasn't that one of the things that you weren't too sure about? Going to a smaller school where everybody knew everybody? Was that something you were concerned about, or not really?
Well, no, I wasn't concerned because it was just, it's kind of better though when it's not a lot of students.
Why?
Because it feels easier for sure. Like when you're trying to get work done, like less students.
You mean in the class or the school?
Just like in the class.
Yeah. So as a student in the class, you're saying that you can't feel the difference when you're in a smaller class versus an overpopulated class.
Yeah, for sure. Because like if you have like a question and it's less students, then the teacher can get to you and like, you know, actually work with you one-on-one. We're gonna take like 40 kids in one class. Like everybody's question just comes to you, answer question quickly, and like you might not fully understand what she's saying, but you just have to.
I see. Wow, thanks for clearing that up. So here's a really good question for you. How do you think how do you think media affects learning?
Media affects learning, like big, because I feel like, if you think about so yeah, media does affect in a big way, because like if you're like doing homework, and like your phone, like you get a notification or something, like you're tempted to look at your phone, so you look at your phone, you open it, then you get distracted, see another thing, then you open that, then you just start like wandering off on your phone, forgetting that you're actually doing something else.
Yeah. So it's a distraction.
Yeah, it's a distraction.
Technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you need to learn how to time management.
Yeah. So at Waldorf School, there's no media policy, right?
Yeah, no media at all.
So what does that mean? Like, can you elaborate a little bit?
It's like no media as in as like you're not allowed to have your phones, so that's like a good way of like interacting with classmates or other class members, or like other people in different classes. You interact easier, and like.
But you cannot bring your phone to school?
No, you could bring your phone to school, but it has to stay away and turned off. Because of course you can like use your phone after school, call your parents. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But what would happen if they saw you using your phone during recess or your lunch break or something?
Then they'd just probably take it away and tell your parents.
Did you ever have your phone taken away?
No, never.
Good.
Because I never like had a reason to use it.
Yeah, so how did that work out for you? Did it take you a while to get used to, or the no media thing?
It didn't really take, like it was simple. Because during like snack and lunch, you're actually doing stuff, like you have basketball, Foursquare, it's fun. And, like trying out new things like playing volleyball, that's actually really fun.
Cool. Nice. So what is your favorite memory from the field trips that you went on? Because I know you went on a lot of cool trips. Even I was just like, oh my God, I've never done this in my life. So what was either some of your favorite memories or your most favorite trip, or just, most memorable or unique?
So we went on like a lot of trips. We went like, as my time being there, I went on 3 camping trips.
Wow.
My favorite one was to Carrillo. Carrillo. Yeah, that was really fun. Because we were there for 4 days. And 4 days and 3 nights.
Without parents. Like, it was the teacher.
And it was really cool because it was like our own like big area where we set our tents up ourselves, get our tent partners ourselves. And it was really cool because like we have to have shifts on who's gonna wake up earlier to make breakfast for everybody, who's gonna clean breakfast, who's gonna make lunch, clean lunch, and then make dinner, then clean. So it was kind of like we were surviving, and I think that built like made everyone's bond better.
Mm.
And the whole time, like you're like in the middle of nowhere, like not middle of nowhere, but
Well, technically, in the middle of the mountains.
right, without your phones, it's like you're like now you're forced to interact with everybody. Yeah.
Which is, it's good that you're already used to doing that.
Right.
Imagine if, just at the last moment they take the phones away and then you're like, oh crap.
Yeah. And then one of my favorite field trips were to, was to this space place. I forget the name.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really fun because like we got to go in and like see everything.
What do you mean space place? Like, did they manufacture spaceships, or was it a launching station?
Oh yeah, it had a launching station in it, and we got to go in the actual launching station, sit down in it, and we did like it's like for actual launch, like our whole class did one. It's like we all had certain like things for the rocket ship.
Like position duties?
Yeah, so like for example, if like the jet fuel, like we say jet fuel ready. I forgot the command, but you say like jet fuel ready, and then you say, okay, thank you, and then it just goes to the next person, and we actually have to all do that.
Oh wow. Oh, I see. Like in the movies when you see, the room and all you see all those TVs,
Right, all those
and they're all
computers,
not the workers, but the team, and they all have their
Yeah,
headphones on.
we put the headsets on. We're in like a legit where they actually launched a rocket.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So you guys got to do like a run
Yeah,
through.
run through. Yeah.
How was that?
It was actually really cool. Cause like just seeing the movies, like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then it was really cool. Cause like you have like push the actual button and talk through the mic, so
wow.
everyone heard it.
Oh wow.
Like everyone with the headphones hears it, and you hear on the loud thing, the loudspeaker.
As it would be like an actual.
Yeah, actually in the real. Yeah.
Very cool.
So that's really cool experience.
And I remember you going on an actual sailboat.
Oh yeah.
Was it a boat? No, it wasn't a boat. It was a ship.
It was
a
ship.
ship. I'm sorry. Yes, that
So, yeah.
right there.
It was in 7th grade. It was for one night, and it's like a legit like a pirate ship, like with sails. It had a motor because we're like in the future now, so it wasn't like pure sail. But once we got off the dock with the motor, then we just did a pure sail, and then it was like we were like pirates, so we were like we have to turn the sail with all the ropes. We were doing all the work on the ship, and then we also had shifts like making breakfast, cleaning up, washing the dishes, and all that.
Wow.
And then we stopped at Catalina,
Oh.
Catalina Island.
What'd you guys do there?
Uh,
That's where you docked.
Yeah, we docked Catalina, and then we just like we were on the island though, and we were like on a mini hike, and that was fun. And then we got to sleep on the ship.
Oh, cool.
So that was really cool.
And did you see anything cool while you were out there, like dolphins or whales?
Oh yeah, we saw dolphins because it was cool. Cause like, I guess like as the ship is going, like dolphins like to like swim on the side of it because it's fun to them. So that was really cool. It's like when you're on the front, you like see the dolphins swimming with.
Are they racing? You think?
Yeah,
They think you're playing with them, huh?
Yeah, cause like you think
Oh, okay.
it's really cool. It's cool.
Nice. So being at a Waldorf school, which happened to be pretty small, do you think you learned like discipline? Not were you disciplined, but did you learn how to be disciplined or become disciplined?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay. And in what way or what experiences?
For
or
sure
incidents?
with the no media thing. So like during like snack and lunch, like I won't be just so tempted to just pull my phone out. And I'm actually like interacting with my friends, talking, and not just sitting there on my phone. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, and then I see like I kind of make my friends interact also. 'Cause like if I'm talking to them, then like they're not gonna be using their phone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like helping others, not be so tempted to just pull their phone out and
Nice.
actually talk with each other.
Yeah. That actually does require discipline because, you know, as an adult, even I battle with not using my phone. So good for you. And do you think that that's helpful? Like,
Yeah,
not
it's
having...
yeah, for sure it's helpful.
Good. So what do you want others to know about Waldorf education or just, you know, Waldorf teaching? Or just a message for our viewers here?
I think for sure, yeah, like if you have the chance to put your child in Waldorf school, for sure, like 100%, go for it.
Why?
Because it's like
Oops.
it's like just like the environment's just so like it's like a family. It's not like oh I got to school today, like I'm sad to go to school. Like it's like you actually know like you're like happy to learn, just because the environment's just so nice. It's just all positive vibes.
Positive vibes.
Yeah.
Nice. That's how it should be, right?
Yeah. I feel like school should always be like I shouldn't be sad to go to school
Yeah.
if I'm doing it for a very long time in my life.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, I did notice that, well, you've always been a child that gets up, you know, it's not an issue getting you up in the morning. In fact, he's usually waking me up when it's time to go. But I did notice that with, you know, the Waldorf school, you were so eager to go to school. Like, you know, it was an exciting experience. Like, you were excited. You would tell me stories. Oh, yes, the Japanese exchange students.
Oh
Can you
yeah.
Tell us about that.
So like, at our school we learned, like we took Japanese.
Like, foreign language
Yeah,
from...
foreign language. Yeah.
When does that start?
Kindergarten.
Wow.
So if you start at kindergarten, you take Japanese to my school 8th grade, and Japanese students from Japan would come to America and come to our school. And when you're 8th grader, you get partnered up. So first throughout your whole 7th grade year, you guys write 4 letters back and forth. So we write a letter to them in Japanese, and they write one back to us in English, and then we do it again in Japanese. And then, so that happens 4 times. And then when you're in 8th grade, then that school comes out to America and they come to our school, and then we partner up with the person that we've been writing the letter to, and then we actually finally get to meet.
That is so cool. So you basically get assigned a pen pal.
Yeah, exactly.
In Japan.
Yeah, and like for your whole 7th grade, like you're writing a letter to them, and then finally when you're 8th grade, then you actually get to meet them.
So how did it feel when you met yours?
It was actually really cool. He was funny, and like I guess like my name was like not common, and like he'd be like, "This is Amir," and we're like, "Oh, you're Amir." Like, I don't know, like I seemed famous.
Really?
Yeah, cause like everyone knew, like all the Japanese students were like, Amir.
Cool.
I don't know. I think my name just kind of.
I remember you receiving a postcard. It had like In and Out. What was that? I think I have it. Did somebody make that? Let me grab that actually. While you think of what that might be. Step into my office over here. Meanwhile, I think you should show our viewers the textbooks, because not only is Waldorf education about making a child feel comfortable, they also want to develop your imagination, right?
Yeah. So like so instead of like having a textbook and like reading off the textbook, you know, that's boring. So at Waldorf school, you're making your own textbook. It's like, for example, this. this is an eye. Like, you'd see this in your textbook, just already there, but I had to draw this and label out everything in the eye. And, like, you do this yourself so that, like, since I did it, I, like, kind of memorized everything. And here's some other stuff. Like, this is the ear, and I also drew this and had to label it. It's like from me drawing all the parts of the ear, so I have to draw the parts so I know which part is which. Instead of sitting there, going through a textbook, needing to memorize it. It was way easier to memorize because I drew it, and I drew every piece, and then labeled it.
Yeah, so it helped with your,
Yeah.
information was retained easier.
Right.
Very cool. Yes, I remember. I love this. So basically, so you guys can see, this is the textbook for 8th grade.
Yeah, this is your textbook.
MLB stands for
Main lesson book.
And just to give you a little quick, oh, can you hold that side for me?
Yeah.
Just want to show them, how it looks different. Let's hold it up straight. And this is, he created this. He literally drew everything. He wrote it all out. He would type things.
Oh, it's my poem.
Oh, would you like to share your poem?
Oh yeah, this is the poem. It's I Am. So it's I am Amir Shahid Wilson, a basketball geek, video game freak. I rap on beats. I'm a lover and I'm chilling at Venice Beach. I'm funny, but I don't have a bunny. So cool, I make the summer cool. But my karate skills aren't like Poe. I'm the GOAT, but I'll float with a raincoat. I listen to rap, vibe with songs. I ride in a car, and I care about everyone.
Aww, I love that. That's so sweet.
So this is a poem that I made like in the beginning of the 8th grade year, and it was like on the wall. So like kind of everyone got to see it. So it was really cool. Like if like a guest would come to our class, they could come and read the poem.
Okay, and to learn about you guys.
Yeah. It was just cool, like on the wall as decoration.
Yeah. Prejudice. Prejudge. A prejudice has the following characteristics. And I am saying it correctly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It is based on real or imagined differences between groups. It attaches values to those differences in ways that benefit one group at the expense of others. And it is generalized to all members of a target group. So yeah, you guys get the idea here. Like literally just different subjects, anatomy. Oops. Yeah.
This is my favorite cover page.
Ooh.
This was the physics one. And like it's cool because like I was like low pressure. Like low pressure is actually more up. So low pressure would be like up in space. So here I do like a spaceman.
Okay.
And then high pressure is deep under the sea. So I do like a deep sea diver.
Wow. That is really cool because I didn't really imagine it like that.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's, if you think of it like that, then it's kind of easier to memorize.
Yeah. I love this. You guys see his skills? Little artiste. Very nice. Let's see. I want to make sure that we covered my outline here. So if you had to do it all over again, like your elementary experience, your junior high experience, would you choose one of the following? Or which one would you choose, if any? Private education, public education with traditional, teaching methods, homeschooling, or Waldorf.
Okay. So I'm just like cut off stuff and give the reason why. So I would not do traditional education. Not because like it's not bad or anything. Like I did it, but I feel like it's just like dull, just textbook work and memorizing stuff and test every Friday. Like, it's just dull. I don't like that. I would not do homeschool because, like, if I want to go to school, also for the experience, like, be with my friends and have fun. I don't know about private education because I've never really done that.
But it would be similar to how your Waldorf school was set up. Except I'd be paying a lot more money.
Yeah. I don't know how to say so on that, so I just like... But I'd for sure do Waldorf, like, for sure. Just like that environment, like your family. Just know that you like grow up with them.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. And how everyone's just friendly. That's why it's just good. Everyone's friendly.
Very nice. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to sit here to join us. But overall, just, so we can spread the message about Waldorf education, because it is definitely the way of the future. It's, what our kids should be learning now. And overall, it just helps our children become, aware, confident, compassionate, just a well-rounded child, as you can tell. And he plays sports too.
Yeah.
And he's a gamer.
Yeah.
So basically, he's still a teenager. He's still a young boy, but he's in tune.
Right.
So thank you so much, Amir. I really, if I could, I would go back and I would do Waldorf education. So we really hope that we were able to, give you some helpful information. If you have any questions or if you have concerns or you need clarification about anything, reach out. I will actually be including a link to a helpful book on my website, and if you read the book, it will give you a thorough understanding of the philosophy of Anthroposophy. So read the book. If you need other material, let me know. I literally have a full database of just Waldorf educational material. So even though, Amir is not in a Waldorf high school, if we choose, we can still refresh our memories with certain subjects and certain reading material. All right, you guys. Well, have a great night, and thanks for tuning in. And Amir will actually be joining us a lot more. You are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let us know what you think about today's episode. We'll see you later.